Welcome back to Yummy Cooking with Joy. This Jamaican oxtail recipe was requested by my niece Jenny. Hi Jenny. This recipe came out so yummy and delicious. It will take you at least 2 hours and 20 minutes to cook. So go ahead and enjoy the video. Let's start off with a pot of boiling water. Yes, I'm boiling water, and I'll show you why I'm doing this. I don't have a lot of oxtail, I just have a few pieces, but this should do really well. This is fine, this will work. Once the water is boiled, I'm going to drop the oxtail in the hot water and let that boil for 15 minutes. This is going to take some of the fat and the oil that will come to the top. And this 15 minutes later, you can see the fat right there and you can see all the oil. Now, this is going to take a good, you're still going to have a bit of oil, but this is actually pretty good. This works, trust me. Let's cool that down with some cold water. And just rinse it off a few times. We're going to cut off the fat. You see how easy that is to cut? It's so easy. You're going to leave a little bit on, but you want to take most of it off. And we're going to go ahead and wash our oxtail. Rinse it off with some lime, lemon, vinegar, whatever you have. And let's start our seasoning process. Make sure you season this really well because it's oxtail. I did add a teaspoon of sage. I forgot to show you, but make sure you add a teaspoon of sage. I'll put that in the recipe. Low sodium soy sauce. Browning, you don't need it, but I added it. It's optional. Also, make sure you add in some fresh thyme, Scotch bonnet pepper, just one, and some tomatoes before you start rubbing the season together. I had to do that after. Let it sit overnight for a couple hours. Spray your pan or your pot. I added a teaspoon of coconut oil. You really don't need it because the oxtail creates its own grease. And just let it brown on each side for a few minutes. Two cups of chicken broth. This is reduced sodium. This is very low. It's like 95. Not very much sodium in this. And I'm also adding 2 cups of water. If you don't want to use broth, you can just use 4 cups of water. And we're going to let this cook for an hour. An hour and 15 minutes later, I'm going to go ahead and add in the rest of the seasoning and let that cook for another hour. Some fresh garlic. Two hours and 15 minutes later, looks like this is pretty much done. I'm going to go ahead and take out my Scotch bonnet pepper because I don't want that to burst, otherwise it's going to be extremely hot. And you can just look at your oxtail and see it's soft and tender and it's tearing away from the bone. Yeah, that's definitely done. And make sure you taste it to see if you need a little more seasoning in there. You may not, but just make sure you taste it. I just added half a teaspoon more pink salt. Did I need it? Not really, but it's just better to be very seasoned well. Butter beans. Gotta have butter beans in your oxtail. And the butter beans is already cooked, so you just want to put it in the last 5 minutes just to warm up. I usually drain my butter beans. You can add it in with the water, but I like to drain it. That's pretty much done. That's tender. I think we're done here. My oxtail is cooked to perfection. Now you can serve this with white rice, mashed potatoes, rice and peas, whatever you like. I hope you make this and enjoy.